Okay, so I'm going to do a video as well as a picture write-up. So, I found an '01 Grand Am wheel. Don't be alarmed by all the wires. I believe all you need is a clock spring here. Kind of learning as I'm going. So there it is. I grabbed some extra buttons from another one that was wrecked. So first thing I did is I checked the fuse panel here, pulled off one of the 10 amps there that's missing. It's the airbag. Turned the ignition on, the airbag light was flashing, so it appears it's disabled. I've also pulled the negative and the positive. Overdone, but I don't care, I don't want it to explode. I've also given it half an hour just to kind of discharge anything in the system. What I've done already is this plastic shroud here was covering this part up. It's held in with 3 Torx screws, size 25. You can see here. There's 3 of them facing upwards. Those 3 holes there. Once that's out, the top part comes off, no problem. You just have to pull the wheel down to adjust it. The bottom part, I don't know if there's an easier way. I managed to manipulate the adjuster past this arm right here and through here, and this came off, didn't scrape anything. So I'm now going to take a Torx 30. You need a long one like this that's not too thick. I did have a few adapters, but you definitely need one like this. I picked up at Rona. You probably get Home Depot, about $3. So I'm going to attempt to pull the airbag off. That's held in with 2 half-moon shaped screws here. Kind of one right there where my finger is. And I'm going to get that off. Okay, so the wheel airbag is off now. You'll get better access to the 2 Torx 30 bits if you approach from I guess the passenger side here, just on your right. There's it's just too tight on the other side. So those 2 are out now. Now the airbag should come out like that. Don't know what the wires are here, but black is ground, of course. I'm assuming that's power, and yellow is probably to activate it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take those off before we have a bad day. So this will come off here. I've taken off 2 of these today at the damn wreckers. You know, I'm going to have to put the camera down here. Continuation. So pulled off the negative there. That little hole there for, I'm guessing, is the positive. That will just twist out and it'll twist back in. It has a little plastic piece there, whatever it is. And the yellow piece for the airbag, you have to pop this off, and then it'll just pull right off your airbag like that. And it looks like it'll only plug in one way. It's kind of hard for the camera to focus, but it has a notch there. So I don't think I have to worry about it going in backwards and imploding on my face. So now we see the big 21mm nut here. I don't have a steering wheel puller. I tried to take one wheel off today at the wreckers without a wrecker. Without a steering wheel puller, because the wreckers said you could do it. I got this far on the 1 Grand Am wheel, then I could not take it off. I used a liquid wrench. I reefed on it. I then told the guys at the wrecker desk. They laughed at me, and then a couple of their strong arm guys came out and could not get the wheel off. So I then went to another Grand Am that had the controls, took it off, and I was lucky enough to get it off myself without a puller. So hopefully this doesn't require any specialized tools, the steering wheel puller with the hook. Otherwise I'll be ending this how-to here. Okay, this part should be self-explanatory, but I'm just going to crank off this nut here. It's actually not too bad. The worst is probably yet to come. And if this mod doesn't work, well, I have a steering wheel for sale if anyone wants it. There we go. Alright, now I definitely won't be able to hold on to the camera for this, but let's see if I get this sucker off with just my hands here. Okay, I just got it off. As you can tell, I'm out of breath. But literally, I put my legs like this, both hands like this, shook it back and forth. Probably took me about 10 minutes. I also used a bottle of that liquid wrench stuff just to spray in the gears. So it's out. Thank God. Now you definitely need to take this clock spring off. And I'll show you why in a second here. This black adapter goes through the wheel and connects to this other adapter. There's all these wires here that go just for the cruise control. However, on the cars I noticed in the wreckers, the ones without the controls have only 6 pins here. I mean, without the controls, have 6 pins. With the controls, all these pins are full, so it has 8 in total. It's also missing 2 there as well. So if we go over to all the other shit that I pulled, here we go. Here's the other clock spring. See, those pins are full. And then it goes to a wire that plugs into the left-hand side. And the airbag wire, couldn't find out where that went to, so I'm just going to have to cut and splice that one. And then, of course, tape it up real good. So hopefully this clock spring will be the same for this car. Looks like it, except I have yellow there versus white. So to get this off, this camera will focus. You have a little brass kind of washer there. You're gonna have to take 2 pointy end needle nose pliers and just kind of open it up. And then once that will unclip, this clock spring should pull right off. And then comes the fun part of possibly removing the cluster and this black housing here to plug in the other end of this clock spring, which hopefully will work with this car's wiring. It should, because it does have the stock Monsoon with MP3. So I hope it works. Okay, so I got that little washer off there. With these 2 tools, which I've never used before, they've been in my toolbox forever. Just a little pointy end on it. Put the 2 in there, and then I managed to pry it off. It's a bit wider now, but I'll probably bend it back with some pliers. So this should pull off now. There we go. Now for the fun part. I have to chase these wires into the dash.